today and temperatures plunging overnight. And that next powerful storm coming next. Also tonight, where's the proof?
Thank you, Pat. Thank you.
Our John Carl pressing the president. And Michael Flynn, who resigned as National Security Advisor.
Lock her up!
What we've now learned about him. Breaking news late today from the Justice Department. More than 40 U.S. attorneys told to hand in their resignations. But is this standard procedure? The nude photo scandal gets worse. Images of women in the military now in multiple places. And the new plea tonight from the top Marine. You'll hear it. And our undercover investigation. When parents send their gay teens away. Controversial gay conversion therapy and the man who disciplines with a Bible and a belt. Plus Brian Ross tonight and the confrontation.
This is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening, and it's great to have you with us here on a Friday night. And we begin with that fast-moving winter storm from the Midwest to the Northeast. And now what could be a major nor'easter we're watching next. Already today on the roads and in the air, a mess. This passenger plane taking off from New York's LaGuardia today. Ground stops at major airports in the east. Fierce winds, up to 7 inches of snow in some places, and a commuter nightmare in spots. This car overturning in Long Island. Tonight, we're already tracking that potential nor'easter and the next snowfall up to a foot or more possible. ABC's Wjla Benitez leads us off.
Tonight, round one of a 1-2 punch of snowstorms causing havoc on the roads and in the air. The morning commute already bringing several crashes on New York's Long Island and slide-offs in New Jersey. Some drivers caught off guard.
My back end actually did swerve a little bit, and there was another car behind me, so I got a little worried.
And here's what's interesting. Experts say when there's a little bit of snow on the road like this, that's when you have a lot more accidents because people think it's just a lot safer. When there's more snow, people just stay off the roads. Overnight in Pittsburgh, a 3-car pileup shutting down this roadway. High winds knocking down power lines. At LaGuardia Airport, workers rushing to de-ice planes. Ground stops at all 3 of New York's airports led to hundreds of cancellations and delays. And in Michigan, utility workers making progress, but still hundreds of thousands without power since Wednesday's freak windstorms, including Kat Demenstenair along with her 2-year-old son, braving temps that feel like the teens.
Bundling in layers and coats and blankets is pretty much the way we've been going about the days.
And Dave, the temperatures here will drop into the teens overnight, which means snow will freeze, creating some dangerous roads here. That is just so hard to believe that spring is just 10 days away, Dave.
10 days away, winter not giving up yet, so let's get right to meteorologist Rob Marciano. He's live with us tonight as well. More on this frigid air moving in tonight, and this possible nor'easter could be a big one first thing next week, Rob.
Could be, David. You know, this is January-like cold, and it certainly sets the stage for more snow into next week. Let's talk cold first. We've got freeze warnings into the Mid-South. Early blooming plants there will be damaged, no doubt, but these wind chills across the northern tier are going to be dangerously cold in the morning, at or below 0 in some spots. First snow shot is a quick mover. It goes south. St. Louis, Nashville, North Georgia, North Carolina. You could see a couple of inches there, but the bigger concern comes on Tuesday, where the atmosphere is lining up some ingredients for potentially a heavy snowmaker from Virginia all the way into Massachusetts. A track, though, at this point uncertain, and that is key, but we do think it has the potential for a powerful winter coastal storm Tuesday, Wednesday.
All right,
David?
Tracking it through the weekend for us, Rob Marciano, thank you. Next tonight, major developments from the White House. Our correspondent asking President Trump, where is the proof? Nearly 1 week after that explosive claim that President Obama wiretapped Trump Tower before the election. And there are major developments tonight about Michael Flynn, who resigned as National Security Advisor. Was he receiving money to lobby on behalf of a foreign government, even as he was sitting in on intelligence briefings here in the U.S.? Our chief White House correspondent, Jonathan Karl, tonight.
The House Intelligence Committee has given the Justice Department an ultimatum: turn over all evidence, if any exists, that President Obama had Trump Tower wiretapped. The deadline, Monday. President Trump made the extraordinary allegation without providing any proof. Today, we asked him for some.
Thank you, Press. Thank you, Press. Thank you. You guys, please. Thank you, Press.
Any proof at all on the
Thank you. Thank you, Press. Thank you.
Very much, Press.
Thank you. Please head out behind you. Thank you.
Are you going to provide any
Please
proof?
head out.
FBI Director James Comey, who briefed congressional leaders behind closed doors, has privately urged the Justice Department to say the wiretapping didn't happen. It comes as the department is investigating Russia's meddling in the election and any ties to the president's aides. National Security Advisor Michael Flynn was fired last month for misrepresenting the nature of his conversations with the Russian ambassador. And now, another controversy. We've learned that at the height of the presidential campaign, a company with ties to Turkey hired Flynn to promote the interests of the Turkish government. This came shortly after Flynn's fiery speech at the Republican convention.
Lock her up. That's right. That's right. Lock her up.
3 weeks later, Flynn's firm was hired by the Turkey-connected company and ultimately paid $530,000. He was simultaneously serving as a top advisor to the Trump campaign, sitting in on classified intelligence briefings. On Election Day, Flynn published an article declaring, "We need to adjust our foreign policy to recognize Turkey as a priority. We need to see the world from Turkey's perspective." This week, Flynn officially filed as a foreign agent for the work he did during the campaign. And that's how the White House says the president learned of his work on Turkey's behalf.
Are you saying the president was not aware that Lieutenant General Michael Flynn was acting as a foreign agent when he appointed him to be National Security Advisor?
Correct. Well, and just remember, you wouldn't know that until he filed. He didn't file till 2 days ago, so therefore nobody would have known that because he hadn't filed as a foreign agent until 2 days ago.
Still, the White House acknowledges Flynn's lawyers told lawyers for the Trump transition team that he might need to register as a foreign agent. But they insist Flynn never told Trump himself.
And John Carl with us live tonight from the White House. And John, something else. A lot of headlines late today involving the Justice Department. Attorney General Jeff Sessions asking for the resignation of 46 U.S. attorneys who served under President Obama. But John, we've seen this before in previous administrations, and still reaction from the other side tonight?
Well, Senator Dianne Feinstein, the top Democrat on the Senate Judiciary Committee, put out a statement saying, "I'm very concerned about the effect of this sudden and unexpected decision on federal law enforcement." But the Justice Department says there's nothing sudden or unexpected about this at all. And the bottom line, David, is that new administrations typically replace most, if not all, of those U.S. attorneys. They are, after all, political appointees.
We've seen it before. John Carl with us again tonight. John, thank you. Tonight, the nude photo scandal is now widening. Photos of women in the military now discovered in several places. And today we witnessed something very rare. The top Marine with a message to men in uniform about the women serving too. Here's ABC's David Curley.
The outrage and controversy over shared nude photos of female Marines is spreading to other branches of the military. Tonight, the Defense Secretary calling the postings egregious violations of the department's fundamental values. The original site, Marines United, reportedly had 30,000 members and hundreds of images linked to it.
There is no honor in denigrating a fellow Marine in any way, shape, or form.
But in apparent defiance of the Commandant, other pages are popping up, still sharing images, prompting an angry defense of women in the Corps.
So what do you got to do to get in? What do you got to do to get in? I mean, come on, guys. I mean, they just want to do their job. Let them do their job. And you do yours.
Former Marine Erica Butner says an image of her was posted without consent. She complained to Pentagon authorities.
They received threats and backlash in an attempt to quiet them. We will not be silenced.
And David Curley joined us live tonight. And David, the military now investigating what crimes may have been committed, and lawmakers also trying to crack down on this kind of behavior.
Absolutely. Some in Congress want to make sure that even if there was consent between a couple about an image, that if that is shown publicly, it would be a violation of the military code. David?
David Curley with us tonight. Thank you, David. We turn next year to a year-long ABC News investigation. Tonight we go undercover. We take you to places where parents send their gay teens. There are controversial programs that promise those parents that they can make their children straight. And one man who says he disciplines with a Bible and a belt. Here's ABC's chief investigative correspondent Brian Ross tonight.
Take a slight left turn onto Brewer Road.
It was down a dirt road in Alabama that we discovered the kind of place that many thought no longer existed. The Blessed Hope Boys Academy for troubled youth. a place where parents of gay teens from across the country send their children, told that counselors here can stop them from being gay.
It's going against the Word of God. It is not biblically right.
Inside, a man who calls himself Brother Gary, the executive director.
You know, this boy here claims to be homosexual.
He told our undercover team that for a $21,000 yearly fee, he uses a Bible and sometimes a belt to deal with teenagers who consider themselves gay and act up.
I wouldn't do it just because he says he's queer. I'm not going to do that.
This is just one of a number of such places discovered by ABC News in a year-long investigation, including the facility behind this barbed wire, run by a so-called Christian pastor, William Knott, with a track record of cruelty, who did not want to talk with ABC News.
I don't want to talk to you.
Why not?
I'll tell you that because I don't like you. Get away from me.
Is this how you treat the young boys?
That's how I treat you. Get away from me.
Testimonials for Knott's Academy describe it as helping teens.
Since I've been here at this program, I've come closer to God and my family.
But other teens, including Lucas Greenfield, told ABC News it was a place of physical abuse and cruelty, especially for gay teens.
Thrown in isolation and beaten and everything else because they were assumed to be gay.
Gay was a sin?
Gay is a sin, gay is evil, gay is the worst abomination to God, gay is horrible.
Karen Baser, a counselor who quit in disgust, calls Knott a sadist.
You think so?
I know so. Anybody that has names for their belts to whip children with their bare bottoms is a sadist.
And we saw for ourselves how this Christian pastor reacts to someone he does not like.
I'm not talking to you, and I've told you that because
What about the allegation, what you did to those boys?
Sir, get away
I'm with ABC News. What'd you do to those boys?
And Brian Ross with us here tonight. Brian, what happened to that pastor?
Well, in the wake of our investigation, David, 6 of the teens from the camp, including Lucas, had the courage to testify against him in court. And 2 weeks ago, after being convicted of child abuse, the pastor was sentenced to 20 years in prison, a sentence the judge hopes sends a message across the country, David.
Now, this all unfolds in a special 2020 tonight, and there's another teen saved, as you say, from one of these centers by a very famous relative. Again, it's a special edition of 2020. That's tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern. Right here. Brian, we'll see you then. In the meantime, tonight, we turn to your money now. And the White House this evening celebrating the government's new jobs numbers out tonight, reporting 235,000 new jobs created in February, the unemployment rate unchanged at 4.7%. In the past, President Trump has called those government numbers phony and a hoax. Tonight, his press secretary saying they may have been phony in the past, but they're very real now. Here's ABC's chief business correspondent, Rebecca Jarvis.
Tonight, those new jobs numbers, unemployment down to 4.7% and 235,000 jobs created in February, many in construction, which had its strongest month of hiring in nearly a decade. Manufacturing and mining jobs also up. The president tweeting his approval of today's report, a report he famously questioned in the past.
The unemployment number, as you know, is totally fiction. Don't believe those phony numbers. Every time it comes out, I hear 5.3% unemployment. That is the biggest joke there is.
But today, a turnaround.
I talked to the president prior to this, and he said, to quote him very clearly, they may have been phony in the past, but it's very real now.
February marks the 77th straight month of job creation. Momentum DNC Chair Tom Perez was quick to point out. Trump inherited an economy from Barack Obama with the longest streak of private sector job growth in history. Since the election, stocks are up 14%. David Muir in the Oval Office the day the Dow crossed 20,000.
The Dow, on top of it, just hit 20,000. First time in history. I'm very proud of that. Now, we have to go up, up, up. We don't want it to stay there.
That's the challenge, Mr. President.
That's going to be the challenge.
The president recognizing the challenge that day. We were standing in the Oval Office. Rebecca with us tonight. And one of the challenges of keeping that momentum will come next week, the first test when the Federal Reserve reveals whether or not interest rates are going to be changed.
That's right, David. And the Federal Reserve is only going to hike interest rates if it believes the economy is strong enough. This report today all but seals the deal, which means for consumers, the cost of borrowing goes up. New loans, mortgages, car loans, that credit card debt, those all get more expensive when rates go up.
All right, Rebecca Jarvis, you'll be tracking it next week for us. There is a headline tonight from the Vatican. Pope Francis saying the church should consider ordaining married men. In an interview with a German newspaper, the pontiff saying the lack of priests is a, quote, enormous problem for the church, especially in remote areas of the world. But he did add he still favors a celibate priesthood. There is still much more ahead on World News Tonight this Friday. The fiery train derailment in the heartland tonight. Dozens of cars jumping the track, some carrying ethanol and igniting. The NTSB is on the scene at this hour. Also, the manhunt tonight, a violent road rage confrontation. The driver surrounded on an American highway. And millions have now seen this moment. This man in the middle of an interview, and watch his children saying, "You know what, Dad? We don't care you're doing an interview. We're going to join you." What happens next as we continue?
Many people clean their dentures with toothpaste or plain water. And even though their dentures look clean, in reality, they're not. If a denture were to be put under a microscope, we can see all the bacteria that still exist on the denture. And that bacteria multiplies very rapidly. That's why dentists recommend cleaning with Polident every day. Polident's unique microclean formula works in just 3 minutes, killing 99.99% of odor-causing bacteria. For a cleaner, fresher, brighter denture every day.